Good evening. It's me, Angie, here from Learn Love Tarot to bring us messages of direction using the daily moon cycle and the planetary aspects surrounding us. However, the message is timeless as energy is cyclical. So do know that whenever you find it is when you are meant to find it. Okay, I think I need to try my little there we go. We got harmonic flight here surrounding in the surrounding energy. Wow. Okay, I haven't seen that card in quite a while. And that is a 29 energy, which is reduced to an 11. Today's frequency of energy. The 1+1 is a 2 of the High Priestess. So today we have a path of knowledge here that is guiding us along. Hey there, hey. Thanks for coming in. I've had all kinds of problems today. Oh, my Lanta, I tried 5 times, maybe even more to record and was unsuccessful. So hopping on here for us live. So wow, harmonic flight. Appreciate. Hey, Miss Kat, thanks for being here. We got harmonic flight here surrounding the energy. I like that. I haven't seen this card in a while either. We've got awakened awareness, which is a 17 energy of the star. And then we have a stepping through. So this is a number 11 as well, with it being 47. Today's date does add up to the number 38. So you might be conversating, or you might know a person that is 38 years old. That might have to do with the reading today. I want to see what we're stepping through here for sure after a time of healing. And we have these beautiful stargazer lilies, which is actually right behind me. I wish you could smell how great they smell. Yes, they are gorgeous and beautiful. That's my tattoo. It's my favorite flower. But I wish you guys could smell them for yourselves. It's just gorgeous. So, wow, 38 years ago would have been 1987. So, what was you doing? What was you doing in 1987? That was entering my freshman year, I believe. Yep. Freshman year. So 1987, what were you doing? That was a 25 or reduced to a 7 year of the chariot. And the chariot energy is all about change for our growth. And certainly moving into high school for middle school is a big change for everyone. And it's also about a journey and harnessing our emotions, aligning our head and heart. And we see that lemniscate energy right here, that alignment of head and heart. And it's just beautiful. So I want to see what this awakened awareness is that is in the notes today. They're attached to the description box if you're watching after the live, and they're also here in our notes if you're watching with us live. So hello again to Brett, Kathy, Miss Moni's here. Thank you guys so much. Miss Diana, Crystal's here to join the party as well. So appreciate that. Yes, Brett, you were in elementary school as I was entering high school. Rub it in. I'm just kidding you. Okay, so with today's sun, guys, the sun in Sagittarius is asking us to make our mark. So it's giving some physical form to our desires and our dreams. And then in addition, I got the song, we've had this before, A Horse with No Name by the band America, because Mercury is in the 8th symbol of Sagittarius, which is rocks and things forming therein. They were something in birds and rocks and things. I think you guys all know what I'm talking about there. But that is about a journey as well, okay? And that is about even if we change sometimes slowly, sometimes dramatically, and throughout to the root, we learn to awaken these hidden energies and look at our oracle card here. That's beautiful. And then we get that lemniscate energy of the 17 because the sister energy would be strength, right? Balancing our own inner yin and yang so that our macro starts to vibrationally pull in towards our micro. We are the energy that we attract. We attract what we are. So this this looks like we're ready to step through here. So some healing has been done. I'm glad to see that for my collective here. You guys are amazing. I know you've been working hard. And then some of you are taking a harmonic flight here with a meeting of the souls, a meeting of the minds. That's what happens when we wake up, right? And especially once we heal. I'm going to be using the Baby Light Seers deck today, just so I can try to get all the energies in the screen here, since it's a half screen. Hello, Miss AD, how are you? Glad to see you. So we've got Venus here, claiming loyalty to her own way of being. Some parts of how we are, in fact, are who we are. Our integrity can depend upon our sticking firmly to our principles. And then our other cosmic lover here, you get to choose which one is Venus and which one is Mars. You can give me suggestions if you see which side is which, up to you. I'll let you decide that for yourself. But Mars is still in the symbol of of 2 Capricorn, and that is 3 stained glass windows, 1 damaged by bombardment. And at the top of the morning when I got up today, I was hearing gold on the ceiling by the Black Keys. And as you'll see on my notes there is a picture of the album cover, just the single album cover. And I issue not, it had a whole pane of windows, and 3 of them were broken panes of glass. And I was like, holy crap. So our next 9-day, the gold energy chakra today is the second sacral chakra, creativity, creation, also our sexuality. It's also where our fear is stored. So the next and last 9-day of the entire year, of an entirety of a 9-year, is on Christmas Eve. So maybe that's where you'll experience this gold on the ceiling energy. That 9th chakra is about our soul code. So soul codes are dropped in, are downloaded once when we awaken and when we heal those energies. So let's see where we're going today. I want to know how we're making our mark here. Let's get a nice shuffle on this deck. It is super slippery. It's the only thing I don't totally love about the light seers, but we shall see where we go here. Wow. Okay. Well, sacral chakra there, much with the orange second chakra of passion there with that Ace of Wands. We also have a 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Are we getting a message here of passion? Is that what you're trying to tell me here? This awakened awareness. Gosh, this is beautiful energy, guys. And then, of course, we have the 2 cups, meaning Cancerian energy there. I want what you want. I desire what you desire. We'll look at how that falls into the context of our reading, because the 2 of Cups is on a spectrum. So here with the 9 of Cups, though, and an Ace of Wands, I got to say that that's going to be at the high end of the spectrum of the 2 of Cups, especially with this harmonic flight here of the lovers showing up. This is a mirror image. We learn about ourselves through one-to-one relationships with others. And I just love that we have these 11s bookending here. So we've got an 11-11. You're coming in as I'm wanting this 2 of Cups. I'm ready to get my passion ignited. I've done a lot of healing work. I've done my research on what all of this means, this spirituality thing, right? What does ascension mean? I'm seeing here that you guys are got some curiosity sparked here for sure. Let's see where we go. So I'm going to count those all as y'all. Okay, so you're coming in here as jackpot, and talk about gold on the ceiling. So yes, we'll be getting Christmas presents around Christmas Eve, but this feels, maybe this is a Christmas present for your other stocking. Wink, wink. Okay. Some kind of a communication about it, crossing from one side to the other. And we've got those light bulbs here. Also, this hawk of knowledge. And she's making it look effortless, right? That she's on a teeny tiny reed here and she's crossing from one side to the other on ball, on her toes, if you, well, on the ball of your foot, on ball. And she's making it look super easy here. Okay. And again, lots of gold. These gold cups might just be this communication energy here, could be communication of passion, of our healing that we are sharing with others. And look at that, loving compassion for our own hearts. We talk about this a lot. Opens up and raises our vibration so that we can attract another energy of the same frequency. And there's that number 17 star kind of coming through here. This is the stairway indeed, towards our healing. So how beautiful, just gorgeous energy here to start off the night. It must be the reason I couldn't record tonight, guys. You just had to be here. I had to have you here. All right, let's see what this situation is. Okay, so connecting here the two worlds. So this is like by the light of the moon. This is perhaps an awakened awareness or what we have tried to step away from before, perhaps our own healing, perhaps we weren't having that compassion for ourselves. And this awakening, we understand that we can run, but we can't hide from our own earthly lessons. So this could very well be an understanding of, I no longer want to run from this because I want to change the frequency of what it is that I'm attracting in. Yeah, so I can have a win. Beautiful orange there, the victory wreath on stage. This can be some kind of an award, even. Maybe you're getting some kind of accomplishment for a recognition for the work that you've put in, equals then this equal output. And that could be a big old achievement or wish fulfillment here of what you've been waiting for, this gold on the ceiling energy. Okay. What about in the recent past? There's the divine masculine. So you took leadership towards something here, guys. And it's paying off. So how are you making your mark? You're giving physical form to your vision. You've done a lot of learning, making it look easy. Yeah, you've stepped through this healing component. We're always going to be healing, guys. I don't mean to make it sound like check the box, we're done. We wish, right? We wish. Welcome in. Hey, Miss Hi, girlie. Welcome to the chat here. Guys, Emperor Energy. We did talk about Mars hitting the reset button. So how big of a button is that? Boom. And he's sitting on the planet Mars there with his chess piece. So you've made some kind of move here. Okay. Let's see what the center, the heart of the reading is all about. These figures are trying to actually create a star. And we see the star show up twice here in the environmental energy and just energetically through the vibration of the number 17. So you're aware here of, you have been building towards this star, no longer taking a back seat to what it is that you want. You're not waiting for it to come to you any longer. Now, this can cause some jealousy, strife, and competition with others when you're getting your gold, right? They're going to be like, well, why are they getting their gold? Why can't I have my gold? Well, they can, but maybe they're not awake yet, and maybe that's what this reading is for here, so you can help them light their fire, light their flame. Near future energy of whatever you're working on here, Queen of Wands. So If this is an emperor that has recently entered, I don't think so. I think it's because we've been talking about Mars a lot. And book ending that with the Queen of Wands. I mean, look at her. She's like, yes, we have these two high achievements here in the opportunity, and in the near future, Stella getting her groove back in this energy. Doesn't matter male or female. Souls are just pure energy. They are not gendered. So in this deck here, because you took leadership and are putting effort and work into your healing and whatever this project may be here for you, I feel like you'll know what it is, because you may not, you may have spiritual bypass this before or didn't really take it seriously. I feel like we just didn't know that that healing was needed, and we didn't know why, there was kind of jealousy or competition amongst us, or even in our own hearts here. I'm going to come to the bottom of the deck. So you have made a different decision here. That is for sure. You're grabbing the wand that is passionate. You are not staying at home, because you already know what actions you've taken before. Otherwise, it's comfortable there, right? But who this reading is for tonight is you are ready to grab this wand of passion. You've had some kind of balance or success and able to be pushing through here, moving forward. Made a different choice. So that's a good thing. And here comes the money, honey. So, where this energy was not showing up for you, maybe you felt like it was passing you by. This is telling me that you get that time, money, energy, resources come to you when you focus on the cups, you focus on your own balance, and then the gold from the ceiling. The gold comes from the sky. The pentacles fall from the sky. It's not as hard to manifest that macro energy coming to you of goody goodies. Okay, I like that. And then we have healing here. What is this victory about? This victory is about your own heart healing. So, and there's that red thread of destiny inside the nest there with her. And we see on the oracle, the very first one out here, that lotus blossom there. And of course, the stargazer lilies. This might even be some kind of a stardom for whoever this is. You might become known for whatever this is. Kind of reminds me of something like working on a patent or a passion project, right? Something that you've been doing on the side. Maybe it could even be as simple as I'm researching about what makes me happy. How am I pushing back on that energy? And whatever that was needed healing here, I said it already, you've done a lot of work here. Yeah. In the past, maybe this was some sorrow over an emperor figure. That can be boss, grandfather, father, um, partner. Doesn't have to be a masculine figure. It's just somebody that either you, okay, your masculine energy felt like it was in a nightmare. We were not taking action. We were kind of stepping away from our own shadow here. But this is telling me that you're doing the work and that you're about to reap the benefits, guys. The heart of the reading, that figure eight is back here. You are balancing your own inner yin and yang. And then what is driving this Queen of Wands is the Pinnacle of Pentacles. So this is of all four suits, all the minor arcana added up into one. So this includes the 10 of Cups, people that you care about, that care about you. And this is life as you know it, and as you've made it up to this point. Okay, and we're seeing this victory here where we battled the energy before. We are now in alignment with it. Okay, the blocked position going to be position Seven here for me, Queen of Cups. So the block means that it's in reverse. However, the energy out of 78 cards is on the table. That means it's available to you, and can become unblocked, which it looks like it definitely is here in the near future with this achievement. I mean, you ain't mad at it, that's for sure. But in the past, you recognize how not kind of owning what it was that you wanted. Maybe you just didn't know. Maybe you've been listening to me chirp long enough about, do you know what you want? And can we get in the feeling of having it? So the Queen of Cups in reverse means her intuition has been shut down, right? So if we're in a energy of sorrow, we are certainly not going to be in balance, and we're going to feel disgruntled in some way. We're going to feel like it's just a real long haul towards getting what we want, towards getting to that star. So driving that blocked position of the Queen of Cups would be the Eight of Wands. So the energy there of communication, that's going to be Sagittarius first decan, which is housing the moon as of 8:38 a.m. this morning. 11:38 p.m. So just before midnight here, Eastern Standard Time. We've got the We've got Moon here, and we've got Mercury, the planet of communication. So if communication so far has been blocked because of our own heart chakra, or maybe because we were not getting communication that made our hearts happy, that was the reason here for the delay. And what's driving what Spirit wants you to know is a Knight of Cups. So we got romance all set up here for you, and loyalty. This is what Venus is sitting in right now. Loyalty to one's own way of being. Okay. Our integrity can depend upon our sticking firmly to our principles, no matter if what we're healing here, what we're communicating and loving is our shadows, our patterns, except now we own them. They are not leading us around by the nose any longer. Yeah, that's worth celebrating. A lot of fire here, guys. What does Spirit want you to know? You have learned the lesson of discernment. You're seeing this truth here with the Queen of Swords, Libra energy. You're seeing the truth of this discernment. See her holding this sword very firmly, and the wind is blowing. It's heading east. So to the right means looking to the future for me. You have had discernment about that Seven of Swords. What am I actually trying to avoid? What am I actually thinking that is for the betterment of others, but it's at a detriment to myself? That puts me out of alignment. Outcome energy. Man, oh man, reaching for that gold. So just by energetically balancing your own energy, again, the pentacles just fall from the sky. Now, as far as why is that being driven by the devil here, that seems like a little bit of fear of our own making our mark, right? Today's sun is about making our mark upon the world, bringing our dreams and visions into some kind of physical form. And I feel like the money's coming, the money is available, and possibly even fame of some kind, definitely a victory in the very least. And then this opposing energy, the sister energy, would be that of the Lovers. So as this money comes in and as this success comes in, guys, I don't want us succumbing to our fears here. But when we pair the devil with the Nine of Pentacles, we can actually use devil energy. That's what gets us out of bed in the morning. If we didn't have an ego, then we wouldn't care, right? We wouldn't show up. We wouldn't have the energy to go for what it is that we want. And maybe it just feels too good to be true. right? Especially if this is a person. Okay, let's see if we can add on a little bit here. There's your ascension and your awakened awareness, our stairway to heaven there, so to speak, and the Hierophant. And we've got the rebirth here, right here. And the star is right in the center, the focal point of this picture. So even though you might have felt like it was hiding from you, we just didn't know that it was a few more steps to get to on the way for this transformation. We are stepping through to the other side of our healing, right? We're coming to a breaking point here. And then in this harmonic flight, we attract what we are. So when we have compassion for ourselves, here comes the macro of compassion, somebody coming towards you that has a big heart just like you do. So, wow. Okay, let me add on to this here. There's your spiritual awakening, guys, and today's energy. I mean, this is seriously an energetic upgrade in the very least. You are listening to your higher self, and that definitely turns the Queen of Cups upright. Beautiful. Helps us stay out of our mind. And in that energetic vibration, that harmonic flight, if you resonate with deep soul ties, Six of Cups, then the Chariot. Well, that was our 1987 song of Journey Change, Harnessing Our Emotions. I say you've done that. And outside coming in, the charioteer drives with his soul because his head and heart are aligned. He don't need no reins. Okay, well, I'm loving this. Beautiful. I didn't quite expect all of that coming in, but let's see where we go here. I want to check for, let me see what I'm wondering about here. How do you make your mark? How does this Six of Wands come about? It's derived from your healing, but what kind of mark are you making here? Let me see if I can get any more on that. What kind of mark is this? What is the secret sauce of the success? There we go. Shaking your tail feather. Okay, this is happening now, guys. Your energetic shift now is setting you up here for the new year. You've made different choices, and then you get different responses, right? When you choose new, you get new, and it's physically tangible. It's coming to us here in the gift of time, money, energy, resources. Maybe you're just feeling a renewal. Heck, maybe you just had a vacation and you got to breathe for a hot second. But this feels way more exciting than that. The energy is kind of it feels like you feel when you get together with friends who crack your ass up and you just feel so good. You leave and your face hurts because you were laughing so much, right? That's what this reading feels like here. So when this Knight of Cups here, there's a love offer. I think I want to peel in a little bit more to that. Yeah, being receptive to the energy, then you can take that new leap of faith. You're getting the signals. You're getting the awareness now, grounding your energy. Beautiful. Some of you guys did your Ho'oponoponos here at the last full moon. That release and let go energy we've given ourselves, our past lives, and anybody that we feel has transgressed. We've offered that forgiveness, and that is part of the path here. It's part of it. And that is being driven by the eight itself of strength. So it feels like this gold on the ceiling is achievable. And again, that is Christmas Eve night. That's our last and only 9-day of the entire year. Wow, that's a lot of work, guys. That is a big shift from the energies I've been seeing. So let me just give you a round of applause here. If this reading is for you, you've certainly done some balancing. So I'm going to ask here, me get advice, I guess. I mean, I don't feel like you need it. It's like, okay, go ahead and go home. You happy here? I want to ask about the blocks, I think. What is this block in communication? How about if we've had a block in communication or we're not seeing anybody right now, perhaps, then I'm going to ask these cards here, this deck, the person that will be approaching you next, maybe a clue to what they might say. Okay, let's go ahead and ask who this reading in particular, who is this person communicating? What are they communicating about? Get in some kind of clue here for my learning lovers. What is this? Why are you guys why does Spirit say you're going to need discernment for this love offer? Nope. If that was an emperor of the past, if that's not your energy, but I do feel like it is your own yang there, you've taken action, or else I wouldn't be seeing such a positive turn of events. It's a big old energy shift. Why does my viewer have to be, why does Spirit want them to know, to be discerning about this Knight of Cups, Pisces energy? Okay. Vulnerability. I love how I can completely be myself around you. So we don't have to do nothing fancy. We can just go park it in a picnic somewhere. He's got his chucks on. I like that. He's got a love note there. He, she doesn't matter, but they're very excited. They're very turned on. It may feel a little indulgent. I don't know if you were expecting this because communication, the block was communication hadn't come in yet. All right. I love how I can completely be myself around you. So that's something this person might say. Maybe you'll see a pink neon heart or even some symbolic form of the dove. And then in the environmental energy, there's the doubt coming in. That's why the devil's here. Okay, there's always a fear. It's easier to pretend everything's okay rather than confront the truth. So I can see both of those happening at the same time, right? Being completely ourselves lets us be able to talk about what is hurting us, right? I'm not just pretending everything is okay. This is a double kind of meaning of this person coming in. I get to totally be myself. And with everybody else, I may pretend everything is just okay. Maybe you are the one here being the Queen of Swords. You're the one helping them confront their own truth because of all the learning you have done. I think you're interested here. You find interested in at least finding out how your worlds would mesh. Okay. What about here? Let me stop back over to our cosmic insights because I wanted to know when we uphold our integrity and stick firmly to our principles for this reading, when we uphold our integrity and stick firmly to our principles, what are we sticking to? What principles are we sticking to? Where are you getting all the strength? Okay, you're no longer in a rush here. Give it time. Everything in divine timing. Let things flow. So if we've been sitting around doing nothing when we should have been healing, that's not who I'm talking to in this reading because we got a 2 cups come in. There's definitely some interest here. All right. So the integrity of I know that what I want is coming for me. We see it in the near future. We see you already having a bit of luck and a bit of kismet here. And we see a huge transformation of even just acknowledging that we have a star that we want to believe in. We're building it. We're no longer in conflict about that. And then out come Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles. I'll take that any day, every day. All right. Be careful of someone sneaky here. If this you're needing discernment, you might have multiple people here, or they could be, you could be like, I know something's wrong. If this is a person you know, I know something's wrong. Yes, this is nice to get together, but why are you blocking communicating what's really in your heart if they're pretending everything is okay? It's this vulnerability issue, right? On the bottom of the deck. Being vulnerable is tough, but that's the greatest show of strength that we can give. And you know how to put up boundaries by this point. Okay, maybe there are only want you to know the good news so that you don't see them as vulnerable, but you being you, and you've been at this for a hot minute, and you can probably be a human lie detector here. You're going to be able to tell, but I feel like it's they're not really telling you everything that's wrong, but I feel like you pick up on it pretty easily here. And it's not too hard. All right. Okay, let's go through the signs for you here. If this is a person that you are already thinking about, or this is someone new, we just did Sagittarius for this reading, so let's come back up to the top for Capricorn. If this person could say anything to you here, are we going to get a whammy or, okay, felt like a whammy. Capricorn, hang tight. I know you don't deserve to be treated like this, but I'm acting out a pattern of abuse that's really deeply rooted inside of me. I feel like that's self-sabotage rather than anything directed outwardly towards you, because Capricorn ain't putting up with any of that crap. All right, what about for Aquarius? What would Aquarius say, or what would this person say to you if you have Aquarius placements? There. Okay. Player, I'm more interested in the thrill of the chase than in forming meaningful relationships. So with that Knight of Wands, I would say Aquarius, find out what it is, what their intentions are. Okay. If it's like a wine and dine and you don't really know them very well, again, I'd say dig a little bit deeper, find out if they're just wanting to have a picnic basket and some fun, and that's it. As long as the adults in question know what the expectations are, then go adult. All right. What about for Pisces here? Pisces, if this person is a Pisces, or if you are a Pisces and expecting this message, or even not expecting it, Pisces energy. What does Pisces say? What does Pisces say? Committed. You're the most amazing person ever. I'm committed to making us a priority. Okay, definitely has the love goggles on. Pisces got the love goggles on. Make sure it's not obsessive, okay, with that devil energy, right? Like those first date jitters where you just can't stop thinking about them, then you invent a whole life. It's like that. What was that game we did when we were little? Like you choose, it's like one of those little writing games. I'll have to try to see if I can figure that out. It's like, okay, you're gonna marry Jessica, and then you're going to have this kind of car and that kind of house. There's Miss Ash. All right. I didn't even say Aries yet, but we can consider that a bridge there. You're hot. I think you're incredibly hot, and I'm super attracted to you. There's definitely a lot of fire here on this table. Fire and cups, though. Fire and water make steam. Okay, Aries. So we'll consider that a bridge from Pisces to Aries. Maybe they're a Aries. Thank you, Miss Moni. What about for Aries? There we go. If this person's an Aries, they might be part of a fringe community. It's a really important aspect to their identity. Okay. So same-sex relationships, I think you got a thumbs up here. If that person or you are an Aries, look at that. Some kind of fringe lifestyle. I don't know what I meant to be with only one person for the rest of my life. Kind of does sound like a young Aries. I want it all. I want all the chocolates in the box in the basket. All right. What about for Taurus? If this person's a Taurus, okay. We got ghosted here with a blank, leaving you on red. Slowing down. It could be that they're truly just busy here with children. This is bigger than the two of us, and there's a lot at stake. So let's make thoughtful decisions since we can't afford to play games here. Okay. Maybe if you feel like, why aren't they calling you back? Taurus, or if they're a Taurus, it could be very well they got 9 million things, right, including kids. What about for Gemini? If this person is a Gemini or you're a Gemini, maybe they have a Gemini Venus. We do have Gemini and Psyche, the asteroid Psyche in Gemini right now. You're getting a super like. There's something different about you. You really stand out from the crowd and they want to know more. Okay, Geminis can get bored pretty easy, so that's good if you're holding their interest. I'd say you were if you got High Priestess energy, Queen of Swords, man. You're coming in with a lot to offer. 9 of Cups. You're in a balanced energy. They better super like you. What about for Cancers? If your person is a Cancer or you are, maybe Cancer Venus here. No spark. We have to admit that the chemistry just isn't there between us. Cancer, so maybe you're just feeling like instead of what a man, you're just saying that's not it. Okay. Cancer just doesn't think a spark is there. And so if you decide, if you go on one meetup and you discern that, yeah, they're cool and all, but you got to have some heat. You got to have some heat. So Cancer, maybe you're putting them in friend zone there. What about for Leo? Leo energy, if this person's a Leo or if you are, or if they have strong Leo placements. Again, an awful lot of wands. That was the heart of the reading there. Okay, Leo, obsessed. It's not my fault. You can't get me off your mind. Boy, doesn't that sound like a Leo. Sorry, it's just, maybe they're tossing their mane back as they say that. It's kind of cheeky. Also sounds like Leo. It's not my fault. Not my fault. You can't get me off your mind. All right. What about for Virgo? If you or your person is a Virgo, just however it works for you. Oh boy, Virgo. Okay. So I can't get enough of you. Do you want to move in together? Feels awfully fast. If you're starting with the 2 of Cups, you're coming in with all the cups, remember. So don't let them couch surf. That'd be my own. Don't let them couch surf. All right. So they like you a lot, that's for sure here, Virgo. What about for Libra? If your person is a Libra or you are, there's those boundaries showing up here with that hummingbird energy. I'm going to push your boundaries, and it's up to you if you let me. All right. So take that as it resonates for you. As they say, what about for Libra? What about Sagittarius? Excuse me, Scorpio. What about for Scorpio energies here? If you or your person's a Scorpio. Scorpio, they forgot their damn wallet. I don't think you'd be too pleased about that. Maybe that's why they want to go on a date, on a picnic. I don't think there's any problem with that. I don't think money has any tie to a loser or not. It's really do they follow through? Do they do what they say they're going to do? Are they chivalrous? Right? That doesn't cost any money to open someone's car door or um, make a dinner, do something nice for someone else in the energetic exchange. All right. I feel like I'm forgetting one. Libra, Scorpio. Did I forget anybody? I don't think so. I think that's it. All right. We've got an FWB here on the bottom of friends with benefits. Just FYI, I'm not looking for anything serious, but I wouldn't mind being friends with benefits. Well, when you get to a certain age, that's just not fun anymore. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's maybe you're out there fresh off the block and looking for some fun, and that's all right too. Consenting adults, you do whatever you damn well want. But thank you guys so much for being here tonight. I didn't even know if it was going to even work for me here with all the problems trying to get a recorded reading up. So I'm just thankful. Thank you so much for being here with me. I see you, Miss Ash. Thank you so much. Hi, girly girls. Miss Peg, you're awesome. Thank you guys. I like the live too. I do. I have to admit, just that, especially getting those oracle cards out, man. That's y'all coming in here. So you've got a matching energy coming at you, and whatever that match is, well, it depends on how balanced and how much work we've done ourselves, right? So you'll be attracting a matching vibrationally a vibrational match here. Looks like pretty dang soon because you pretty coming in happy already. All right, guys. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow night for date night where I answer questions that you have. We'll do a quick general reading and then we'll focus on getting your questions answered. Okay. So thank you so much. And yeah, go watch a Hallmark Christmas movie. Thanks, Miss Di. Love you guys, and see you tomorrow night for date night. Bring your adult beverages. Love you, mean it. Bye-bye.